Hello guys and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. So in today's video I just want to discuss with you guys about England. Now I just want the stuff I'm going to say in this video is do you think England can win the Euros? Can England win the Euros? Now, as you know, the last Euros we got to the final, and a lot of people would say, we should have won that game. Most of the games in that tournament was at Wembley, so we had a really easy run to the final, and we sort of really had a huge opportunity to win, and I just felt like we bottled it. If we had, I don't know, like Pep Guardiola instead of Southgate or Jurgen Klopp, I'm sure we would have won that game, because the problem is with this England team is you've got a good squad, but just with a manager who isn't good enough. And I think that's been the problem with many England managers over the past few years, is that the squad is there, it's just the manager is not good enough. Now, I think that Southgate should have been sacked ages ago, but it looks like they're going to keep him again for this Euros and possibly the next World Cup. But I think surely we've got to win this Euros, especially after the last Euros. I want you guys to comment down below as well. Would you keep Southgate? Just give him until this Euros, and if he doesn't win these Euros, I would get rid of him, in my opinion. We got to the World Cup quarter-final, got knocked out there against France. I think we could have easily got to the final there if Southgate wasn't our manager and some poor referee decisions. But in my opinion, England certainly can win Euro 2024, because I sort of look at the teams that there's in there, and obviously you've got France, Germany, but England have beaten Germany before. We beat Germany in the last Euros as well, and then obviously we got knocked out against France, but I actually thought we were the better team than France, so we can certainly beat them teams on the day. So I think it's really important as well for Southgate, for him to stay in the job to win the next Euros. I certainly think for the players as well, they will be determined to win after, the last few Euros tournaments and World Cup tournaments. We've just have suffered defeats and not done very good in them. Now, I personally think that the England players do get quite overhyped by us England fans, and sort of we make them out to be a lot better than they are. But as well, I think that comes down to Gareth Southgate, and I think some of the tactical decisions he made in that last Euros final cost us the game, not bringing players on early enough. And people say, oh, we did really well to get to the final of the last Euros, but I think that, to be honest, we did have an easy run. Like I said before, most of the games were at Wembley. We only played a couple of games which weren't in Wembley, and also we came up against teams who, apart from Germany, we came up against teams who we should really be beaten, like Ukraine, like Denmark. We should really be beating these teams. So yeah, I think we can win the Euros, but to be honest, I don't think we will. I think we'll get to the semi-final or the final and then lose to... I actually think we'll get to the final and lose again against France or Germany. So I just think, obviously, it's been the international break at the minute. There hasn't been any Premier League football. And I want you guys to comment down below, what do you think of the international break? Do you like it now? In my opinion, guys, I don't really like the international break, because I think it's boring. Maybe it's because of Southgate being the England manager, but I think it's boring, to be honest. I'm just waiting for Premier League football to come back, and I'm not really interested in many of the games now. It might be different for people living in like South America or other countries who enjoy the international break, but I don't really like it in my opinion. Now I do understand what it's for, sort of give players of teams a break, but it is quite boring, and I can't wait for Premier League football to resume it as well. Now, England, in our last game, we beat Italy 2-1. It really does make you think, doesn't it, that we bottled the last Euros final. But we do play Ukraine today now. We should beat Ukraine. England should have far too much quality for Ukraine, but you never know. But I think England will qualify for the Euros with ease. You know, the teams in our group should be winning all of them games. I think we'll qualify easily. We always do. And in the group stages, I think we'll get through it easily because we always do. But then when it gets to, I think we'll get through the quarters, and then when it gets to the semi-final and the final, and where we'll come against teams like France, Germany, that's when sort of we'll really start to have issues. But to be honest, you know, England have been playing recently, and I haven't really been as interested to watch England as I would have been a few years ago. Now, I don't know if that's because of Southgate or because we just haven't done well in international tournaments, so I don't really try and get my hopes up that England are really going to do anything. But I really hope we do win the Euros, and I want you guys to comment as well. Do you think we can win the Euros? Like I said before, I think there's definitely a chance, but with Southgate in charge, you know, as long as he stays in charge, he'll probably manage to bottle a game. But I also want you guys to comment down below, what do you think of the England squad he picked? Because I was going to do a video a few days about that, but I decided not to because I was doing other things. But yeah, I want you to comment down below, what do you think of the England squad? Was there any players in there you think he should have picked? Now, I do hope he picks Tomori for the Euros squad, because if he doesn't, I don't understand how. And again, I think he's made some good decisions, but like usual, he's made a couple of mistakes. I think some of the choices he's made, he's biased, and you can tell he doesn't really watch much football of the other leagues. He sort of mainly just watches Premier League football, and I think that's sort of the problem with Southgate, guys, is, you know, he watches loads of Premier League football, so then English players who aren't playing in the Premier League, like Tomori for example, get overlooked because Southgate doesn't watch too much like Serie A football. You mainly just see him watching Premier League football. So yeah, guys, I think there's a chance England can win the Euros. I haven't really been enjoying the international break at the minute. I think that is boring. I think the way it goes, there's far too many international break games at the start of the season. I think they should try and change it, because I think it's boring. Some people will love the international break, but for me, I just think it's boring. I think there needs to be something changed about it. And I also want you guys to comment down below, do you think England will win the next World Cup as well? I mean, once again, you never know, but I'm sorry, but I think just Southgate's always been the problem. I also think that these England players as well sort of overhype themselves as well. You know, I've seen a lot of the time that England official Instagram posters always posted stuff about England, which is good to see, but I sort of think, you know, there's lots of debates going on with whether England should just you know, have an English manager. And I mean, I disagree. I mean, I would have liked Thomas Tuchel, but he's gone to Bayern, and even Nagelsmann now. I mean, or Ancelotti, I wonder if they would be open to international football, but I would prefer them over Southgate. And I know people are like, oh, well, you've got to have an English manager, but that's not necessarily the case. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on our way to 500 subscribers, so keep going. As well, in the Easter holidays, I will be doing a video in Ibiza, because I am going on holiday to Ibiza, so watch out for that video. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.